Sam, I can't see you now. This is for Helen, right? You're gonna send it to her.
It's for everybody.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna go on Facebook. He's gonna go on record. So smile and speak. Go on. Yes.
No, it's a bit off-putting with a great big ring. Firstly, most important thing to say is at the very early stage of this discussion is to say a big thank you to everyone here. Every one of you around the room is provided special support in different ways for PCI. PCI is in my blood, obviously, because I helped create it more than 25 years ago. So for me, it's a massive burden in some respect. There's also it's a massive achievement, not just for me, but for everyone inside PCI. So I'm very, very proud of the fact that we've created a company in Asia. And when people say, have you got an office in Asia? And I go, well, yeah, we've got an office in KL, and it's, how long has it been going for then? It's been going for 15 years. 15 years? How did you do that? I said, I've got no idea how we did it. Honestly, every day has been an exciting day for us as far as PCI Asia is concerned. And we are by far the best company in the business, and we've got the best people in the business and the best people supporting us, and I think that we have a tremendous future as an organisation. But it's getting more and more difficult as a company to compete against a lot of different pressures. But every time I come out here, I always feel refreshed. I always feel excited. I get on the plane, and Helen knows I'm ridiculously excited when I get on the plane. And Helen knows, I'm talking to her right now. Helen knows that when I come out here, it does something for me. It actually, puts something back into my own tank, and it makes me realise how special it is to have wonderful people like you looking after our interests here in this country, and not just in this country, but across the whole of Asia. And of course, you're looking after people like Raj. It is Scott, JT, Sangwan, Noor, who I spoke to last night, Zway, and now we've got a new colleague also in Hong Kong. Edward is our new colleague now we've got to worry about. And of course all the others in PCI who also are very proud of the fact there is this wonderful office out here. People like Paul, who you all know, and I think you all have a contact with in some way. Gordon, who phones up every single day to speak to Steve. He has to have a relationship with the Asia office and Steve. And Phil, of course, Phil Marshall, who will be probably coming out here soon to join forces at certain times. And I think that everyone feels very proud of the fact that this office exists. And I think, whenever you're wondering what the hell's going on across the hill, as it were, across the horizon, you must understand that we're also thinking about you all the time, and it's important to know that we're there also in England, which is not really the centre of the world, but we're there thinking about you often, trying to figure out ways to improve the company. And every single day, Helen and I are talking about you guys. Every single day we try and figure out what we need to do to make this company stronger and better. But I have to say again, a massive thank you, because without you, how is this company supposed to survive? How is it supposed to prosper? And it's only because you guys are all very special that I can really say that this is probably one of the greatest organisations in this petrochemical sector. And I think that people are very, very scared of PCI, because PCI is such a is full of great people, and you can find bodies, but you can't find great people like we've got at PCI. So I'm very, very proud to serve PCI for 25 years, but equally very, very proud to have created PCI Asia. And in many ways, I've handed over a vast responsibility to people in this room to serve our interests, and each one of you has done an incredible job. Steve, of course, has single-handedly built over the last few years the single client business for the company virtually, and at times it felt single-handedly. Of course, Steve, you've got great support coming from your colleagues in the UK. You've got Gordon, Phil, of course, who've worked very hard. Douglas worked very hard with single client. Now YJ is having to work now in this single client area for the first time really in your working life, YJ. You're doing a slightly different type of role. And of course YJ is now back in the camp after his brief sabbatical outside PCI. But we're very, very, very pleased that YJ's back, and I think we all know that it feels like we've got a third leg to the stool at last, and we're pretty much stronger in everything that we're doing. Salman, of course, Salman is yeah.
That's me.
Salman is by far a special resource for us, and with his incredible effort that he puts in China. Obviously, we want to know a little bit more about what you're doing, Salman, but without Salman, we don't have all the data that we need to serve the rest of the world. So when you're traveling around China, Salman, you must know that people in South America, New York, wherever it may be, are depending on your words. So we will appreciate very much all the hard work that you put in as well. It goes without saying that Lynn, when you first came, were an important person for us because you helped create stability and structure in our company when you first joined. And we found you. We had 130 different people. And you were the one who was chosen. So thank goodness for that. So thank you very much indeed, Lynn, for all the work that you've done over the years. And of course you continue to support us, which is great. Yvonne, thank you very much indeed for all the work that you've done. And I'm so glad that you managed to find a chance to wake up in the morning at 10:30. Yeah. Linju, thank you very much indeed for all the support you give to YJ, and without you, we know that YJ is nowhere near as strong. So with you, thank you very much indeed for your support, for coming out here to Malaysia and supporting him and making him strong. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed, because I know that you made Steve a happier guy, and by far, and Steve is the most effective guy in our company most of the time, because he's got someone very strong behind him. So thank you very much indeed for your support as well. And I think that's really important that you've got. Yes, I'm coming on to you in a minute. I think it's really important when I say that I am conscious of the partners, of all of you, Aloysius, everyone who everyone has a partner who somehow makes people inside PCI stronger. It's very, very much appreciated by Helen and myself that you are supporting guys here and the girls to make sure that we're all strong. Of course, Benny, you've just been here with us now almost for 10 years. Everyone throws things at Benny. And I think that, again, you're very calm under fire, Benny. You've done some wonderful things for us. And you've changed for the times. You've managed to go away and have a baby and come back, and you're still 1,000% effective. So thank you very much indeed for all the effort that you've put in it. And everyone values everything you do. Because PCI has almost a 24-hour coverage, and I think that's really important. When people come into work, the first thing they're thinking about is putting work across to Benny. Is Benny still there? Everyone trusts people. That's the important thing. So again, thank you very much. People like Steve and YJ, who are the frontline consultants here in KL, have got some massive challenges ahead. And believe me, when we look ahead and look at what we've got to achieve in this next 2-3 years, the pressure on these two guys in particular, as this business is changing, is going to be very immense. So we're conscious of that, and we appreciate everything that you're doing to make this company special. But we also know that you're going to be under intense pressure over the next 2 years to do even more for us, because this industry is changing. And I hope that you feel that you can go the extra mile for PCI, because I think it's worth it. Even though it's a 15-year-old company, it has to rejuvenate itself. It has to become young again, And that's one of the biggest challenges I've got inside PCI, in fact, is to make it younger. We're starting in England by finding some new people to come into the company. We've got to get some younger blood in here, some guys with fresh ideas. And of course, Janice is with us now. And Janice and I have already started to talk about certain things that we need to think about here. Steve and I have been chatting about it yesterday. Potentially need a younger person here in this office as well to come and help us with some of the things that we need to do. We have to think about selling more stuff. And we're going to think about ways to support Salman over there. So Salman, of course, is running around the world on his own virtually at times and needs support. So we've got some trials and some tribulations, and it's lovely to have someone as calm as Janice on board now to help us with the next phase of PCI. So, I hope this is going to be a great challenge for you as well, Janice, and I hope that you're going to help us do some special things, because believe me, I've got to turn up the pressure on this company, I'm afraid, because we've got fresh challenges. Alright, so big thank you from Helen. Helen also feels very much part of this, as she is, of course, the originator of this company as well, with me way back in 1998. So she sends her love and her best wishes and her pride in all of you as well. So she obviously would love to have been here today, but she's not. But she is in spirit, and she sends her all her best regards to you all, and she wishes you all the best for the next few months. But she'll be back here probably in February, so I'll let her say her own thank yous when she comes out here, and maybe you can have a chance to speak to her then. Anyway, finally, a massive thank you from me, and I wish you all the best for the next 10 years. Thank you very much.